This is the last time I would be standing before you, or indeed in an audience like this, one, to address you as the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This ceremony affords me the unique and golden opportunity to bid you farewell and to thank you individually, collectively and institutionally for your compatriotism. At the same time, permit me to thank you for your loyalty and support, your sound input into the processes of governance, and your dedication and friendship during the past 8 years. It has no doubt been tumultuous years of military rule of this vibrant and versatile country of ours. You will recall that on the 27th of August 1995, the armed forces effected the much desirable change in the political leadership of our country. Many of us who are present here tonight found ourselves cast in the onerous and enviable role of brokers of history, compelled by the exigencies of time and inspired by a deep sense of patriotism as well as conviction and belief in the greatness of our nation. A group of talented army officers under my leadership stood up as the co-participants in discharging the epic national assignment. As military professionals, we embarked upon this historic mission in order to ensure the success of the much-desired social transformation of our great country. We were concerned primarily with identifying, defining, articulating, overseeing, and implementing the programs and policies of the new administration so as to restore confidence and faith in our people and in the governance of our country generally. We were also persuaded by the urgent need to restore in our noble profession its honor and integrity. We were set out to put Nigeria back onto the course of meaningful development and above all, to act as visionary and honest brokers in the process of democratic transformation which we had started and set out to pursue. 8 years and several turnings later, we have in the process learned important lessons about our country, about our people, and about the development process of nations. We have learned, for example, that piloting the affairs of a country as vast, dynamic, and complex as Nigeria is not an easy task. We have gained valuable insights about the limits of our golden capacities. We have also gained from the limitlessness of the possibilities of making Nigeria a truly great nation. No doubt, the course we have charted has sometimes been quite excruciating and tortuous. Yet, it has pleased the Almighty God to keep us on track in spite of the frustrating twists and turns that we have necessarily had to endure. As I prepare to take leave of you, I feel a great sense of gratitude and standing proud before you today as your Commander-in-Chief. I'm also proud to confess the rather obvious fact that you have served me generously and supported me with supreme loyalty and dedication. Permit me, therefore, to say thank you. In doing so, I would once again like to recall some of my candid thoughts on the military in the context of post-military rule and constitutional government in our great country. It has become almost trite, but nonetheless true, to say that given the period in which the armed forces have governed our country, The military must bear a commensurate responsibility for the state of our nation. This is even more so in the present instance because this administration had set much in store by the correctness of his reading of the Nigerian history. By the same token, we have continued to make a case for the qualitative superiority of the path we have charted to positively remake the structure and culture of our country and thereby write a new chapter in our history. Given these postures, it stands to reason and to expect that we, both as military officers and as top functionaries of this regime, will be judged together for the success or otherwise of the social changes now taking place in our great country. The signs are already discernible, and as I once reminded you, the jury is still out and the searchlight will become brighter. Nevertheless, we may yet have to wait upon history, that enlightened and upright judge, for the final judgment. In the interim, however, we must take stock of where we are coming from and where we are going so that we can be better prepared to acquit ourselves creditably before the court of history. This much we owe ourselves and future generations of Nigerians. One question that now stares the Nigerian military in the face concerns how well the military as an institution and the individuals within it can cope with the appurtenances of power which may have been provided over the years by political office. To put it differently, can we stay permanently out of politics without succumbing to the temptation to recapture political power in the future? How adaptable are the officers and men of the armed forces to political control as subordination to civil rule? This administration has so many times expressed the wish and determination to make itself the last military regime in the history of our country. We have also worked strenuously to create the attitudinal and infrastructural environment that is conducive to the realization of this noble objective. As I pointed out in my address recently, on the occasion of the Course 1 graduation ceremony of the National War College, the armed forces must of necessity be subordinate to constitutional authority. I wish to restate once again that civilian control of the armed forces is
Please don't let us forget that we are still on the parade ground here. Will you please move out of this tarmac? No, wait, our worker is coming.